agency, for example, and you have to be licensed over here to do an employment agency. So they're very strict, for example, and they then inspect you once a year. Once you've gone through your registration, um, I think that's a very good thing that they do that. They make you go to, I had to go to management school, a business management school to get my training. But like I said, it was all in Greek. So the presentations, I got a copy of the presentation, sent it to my email. So then I then was able to get it translated by a translator, for example, into English so that I could read through it. Even though I did manage to pick up some of the language, for example, and I was then able to learn. I was learning Greek as I was listening to the Greek lecturers talking and talking about employment law, etc., and running an employment agency, for example. But I was learning as I was listening, for example, and I was picking up on some things as well. So that for me was to. It was important that I did that for my business as an add-on to my business that I had. But obviously, if you're coming here to retire, then that's great. That's wonderful. That you will love it. It really is amazing. There's so much to do here as well. It's not like it's not a sleepy town. If you want a sleepy town, there are parts of Cyprus that you can go to, that if you just want to chill at home all day kind of thing. But it's nice to get out and to see the world of this beautiful island that we live on, for example. So for me, it was essential that I moved to here for Cyprus, because I felt that, and I'm sure everybody felt this anyway, during the lockdown, you just didn't know what was happening and where this was leading to. So it just seemed for me like the only logical choice was to, look, let's move to Cyprus. We're on lockdown, so let's move to Cyprus. Let's get this ball rolling. So I used that time during lockdown to get my business registered in 2019, for example, and moved to Cyprus, and that's what happened. And from there, I haven't looked back. My children come to visit on a regular basis, for example. And, I just want to give you a bit of an idea of what it's like living here in Cyprus. And I'm going to start talking more about it, as well as the properties that are here in Cyprus as well. Because moving abroad is such an adventure. I feel like when I moved here, I felt like I got a new lease of life again. I didn't feel so bogged down, rush. I think what COVID has done for me is realize that, hey, I can work from home. I don't have to go into an office and drive to work for 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes when I'd get on the train going to London, it would take me 3-4 hours. And then again, going back home, and then I wouldn't get home till late at night. And this has given me a new lease of life. So if I need to go out just for an hour, for example, then I go for a walk, for example, and I'm right by the sea, which is so beautiful. But my morning routine is I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I pray, I meditate, I read, I exercise. I do intensity exercise for 20 minutes, and then I go for a walk for an hour and a half, come back, and then I'm ready to start my day. I block off 90 minutes at a time, and I follow the method, the 5 a.m. method by Robin Sharma. It's an amazing book. It's called the 5 a.m. Club, Robin Sharma. And that's where I learnt quite a lot of this mind motivation as well. Because when you're running a business, you've got to be on top form, and be the best that you can be, for example. But for me, like if I want to just go for a walk for 10 minutes, I just walk for 10 minutes, just see the sun, or just go and smell the fresh air and the sea and just look at that. It's just amazing. So I wanted to just go through some of what it's like for me living in Cyprus here. And my husband enjoys it as well. We've got so much freedom. He's got arthritis and diabetes, and he can walk for long periods of time, and it helps his arthritis in his knees, for example. And for me, keep moving. There's no other option. And Cyprus does that for me. And that's why I've always been an active person anyway, but I like to go for walks for an hour and a half in the morning before I start work. How many people can do that? How many people can say that that's what they do?